Hey guys, um, haven't been on here again for a while, and to be quite honest with you, truth be told, I'm a little bit conflicted. I'm a little bit browned off with the whole social media thing. You have all sorts of advice coming from all sorts of people, and I'm sure you're even more confused than I can be. And I know what I'm talking about. I trained in this, um, but I'm just always trying to think of simple ways for people to think about food and not to be thinking about it as good and bad. And food doesn't have morals. Food is there to nourish us. It's there to be enjoyed. It's not there to stress us out. Okay. Um, and I think, like, we learned to eat how we eat from what we were taught, from what society and our own parents taught us. And I know I, for one, was never taught how to eat for the day. Um, as a child, we would have been very, very active, hugely active. You know what I mean? We were always out farming and working and playing and whatever else. So, do I need the same food now that I needed then? No, I don't. My body is finished growing, so I need a stable amount of protein throughout the day, not just in the evening meal, but throughout the day to keep everything ticking over, to keep, good amount of amino acids there. Plus the fact that that protein is really going to keep you fuller longer. It's going to help stabilize your blood sugars. Fats, we need them for our brain cells. We need it for, hormonal balance. They're so, so important. Some good fats in there. And carbohydrates, despite what people tell you, they're not bad because fruits and vegetables are carbohydrates, okay? Um, so generally, I think when people are saying carbohydrates, and that's why things are taken out of context, you've got your real processed carbohydrates, um, which are energy dense, which will give you a lot of energy. So the question to ask yourself is when you're planning out your meals for the day, it's how much energy do I need to use today? Okay, there's some things that are going on in your body and they're going to be going on all of the time. So you need that certain amount. Um, but apart from that, you don't need as much food the day you're sitting on the couch as the day you're out mowing your lawn and doing all your gardening and doing all that work and getting your workouts done, if that makes sense. So when we get dressed in the morning, we get dressed for what the day ahead of us is. We get dressed for what the weather is. We get dressed for where we're going for the day. We get dressed for what we're doing for the day. And I think we should nearly eat with that in mind as well. So, when you're planning your breakfast or you're going to have your breakfast, it's okay. That breakfast has to get me from 8 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock, if that's your next break. So what do I need for that to happen? I'm not going to be doing a huge amount of work. I'm sitting in an office, so I'm not doing using a whole lot of energy, if that makes sense. So what I need my good amount of protein there because that's going to help me get from breakfast to lunchtime. And so is the fat is going to help you get from breakfast. So maybe I'll have a lesser amount of the starchy carbohydrates because I'm not going to be using as much energy in that space of time. And then at lunchtime, you sit down and you have the exact same little quandary in your head. What time does this need to get me to? Okay, I'm having this at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be having my dinner at 5 o'clock. So okay, think of the space of time. So again, I need my protein there and my fat to get me from the that time to lunchtime without my blood sugars going down. So, but I'm going to be doing an awful lot more in the afternoon. I'm running about, I have an awful lot more to do. I'm collecting kids, I'm going to this and going to that. You're using a lot more energy. So yeah, maybe that's a time then to have a little bit more of the starchy carbohydrates then. Okay, you want your fruits and vegetables there all of the time. But if you just even lever up and down the starchy foods for the amount of energy that you're going expending, if that makes sense. Um, every day then is going to be different. Yes, I know, and it can be a pain in the behind, but you'll generally know from day to day what you have planned out for the week. And when this becomes second nature, just like what you're wearing for the day, it just makes life an awful lot easier. Anyway, that's what I'm leaving you with today. If I've confused you even more, I'm very, very sorry. But I hope I haven't. Talk to you soon. Bye.